Hey everybody, synicalmanor here. Today I'm going to show you how to drop some warheads on foreheads. So we've showed you the dumb bombs before. Now I'm going to show you how to do the smart bombs. Okay, so what we've got on our jet, we've got two GBU 10s. Those are the laser tracking bombs, and I'll show you what those look like. We're currently in active pause, just so I can show you how to set all this up. But we got two of the GBU 10s. They're 2,000 pound bombs, so it's pretty much overkill for what we're doing. But I want to make sure I get the job done. So what I've done so far is when I took off, I only had about 30 miles to go before I got to my target range. So what I did is I went ahead and I went over here. I'll turn the lights on so you guys can see this. Where it says right above radar, it says FLIR. I turn that on to warm that up. That takes a couple of minutes to warm up your FLIR, which is our lightning pod. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go over here to the master arm. We're going to turn that on. We're going to go air to ground. That's going to bring up this ground radar. We don't need that. We're going to FLIR. So we're going to TACAM page, go to FLIR. Okay? And that's going to bring up your targeting pod. Now it's not set on anything yet. So the second thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here, HSI, to our support page. HSI. Now we know our targets, or I know our targets are at waypoint 2 because I set them up. So we're flying to waypoint 2. We're currently 9 miles from waypoint 2. But what we're going to do is we're going to say waypoint designate, and that's going to show us a target. Boom. And that brings... Shut up. This thing always... It's been doing that lately. It wants to say something about the autopilot. Anyway. So, when I waypoint designate that designates waypoint 2 as our target. Okay? And you might be able to see, you can see our targets out there. We're going to zoom in, just hit wide, and go to narrow view. And so we'll sensor select right, and see how the little asterisk over here on the right hand side, that means we have control of the targeting pod now. So what we'll do is we'll slew this around and see who we can find. We'll go for this guy over here. He looks very menacing. And I'm just hitting sensor select right, and then I'll hit target designate, or depress, the depress button, which is, let's see here, go to controls, up here, depress. Alright, for me it's joy button 3, but it's a throttle designate control depress. And that's going to select your target. Okay? So now, we're going to go back over to our left MFD, and we're going to go to the stores menu. There's our 84 laser guided LG. Okay? So we got to set this bomb up, because you see, even though we're armed, this bomb is like, nope, not going to do nothing for you. So we go to mode. I'm going to select auto. Then we're going to go to the fuse and do instant, and then a code. It needs a code because it's laser guided, so it has to go to our laser code. Well, where do we get the code? If we look over right, to our right on our laser designator, code 1688. If we're having a buddy lace the target for us, then we would use their code, not ours. But we're going to use ours today because we're doing this ourselves. So we'll hit code. Code will pop up. You'll select that 1688, enter. Now you see over here 1688 is entered into the bomb, and the bomb is ready to drop. Okay. Now one major important thing before you try to drop this bomb, because if you dropped it at this point, the bomb's not going to find the target. It's going to hit somewhere roughly in this area, but not on your target. We got to go down here. And right next to where you turn on the FLIR is your laser. You're going to arm that. If you look up here, it says laser armed. Okay? From this point, we're going to unpause. We're going to put this drop line right here in the center of our flight azimuth. And we're going to hold it there. Once we get close enough to the target, I can't remember how many miles, maybe 3 or 4 miles away, you'll see a little line. It's a horizontal line. Comes here and starts coming down. Well, when you see that line, you hit your weapon release button and you hold it. When the line gets down to the flight azimuth, and you're going to stay steady flight in this as well. When it gets down to the flight azimuth, you'll see it flash. When it flashes, that means you've released the weapon, so you can let off your flight azimuth now. Or excuse me, your bomb release. And I will zoom in and watch the bomb drop. But so I'm gonna unpause now. Make sure our laser's on. It is. Oh, one other thing about the laser. Every time we drop a laser guided weapon, this laser will turn itself off. So when you set up the next bomb, you got to turn the laser back on. Well, that's a major thing, because I mess that up all the time. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to drop this bomb on this tank down here, and then it doesn't hit him because I forgot to turn the laser back on. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so let's unpause here. We're going to go ahead and level out. Put that right over our little flight azimuth there. And we're flying in. Let's see when that comes up. So we're at 7.4 miles to target. There'll be a counter that pops up here. 14. Not quite sure what that means. If anybody knows what that means. 15. 6 miles out. If anybody knows what that means, that'd be great if you could tell me. 17. 4.6 miles. Way off. Back over here, baby. 3 point. Oh, here it comes. I'm holding the weapon release button, and she flashed, and I can let off. Okay, we're gonna go to autopilot. Let's put on altitude hold. And there's our weapon. Let's see what she does. It's moving around there, going, "Hey, there's the target over there. Where we're gonna go?" Dead. And that guy is dead. Now you can see, as I told you, the laser unarms itself. So what we'll do is we'll go back over here, because we're only 2.3 miles from target. We're going to swing around here and drop our other one. But we'll go to mode, auto, set our fuse again to instant, code. Well, if I can put a fat finger in it there. Select code 1688, enter. Okay, now the bomb is ready. We have nothing on our FLIR because our targeting pod can't look that far behind us. So once we start to turn out, we'll turn back in, and or once we go out about 10 miles or so, I'll turn back in and we'll get it lined back up, and we'll select another target. And don't feel free, like if you're learning how to do this, figure out, you know, select your pause, your active pause button, use it. I do this all the time when I'm learning new planes or whatnot. I'm trying to learn how to use Mavericks or bombs or whatever I'm trying to do. I'll pause it and look at it and go, alright, well this is what I gotta do. Alright, so we're gonna take autopilot off, and this thing's probably gonna, Betty's probably gonna beep at us. But whatever. That's what Betty does, right? We'll go ahead and loop around here. Get back on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. Star Wars. Anybody? Alright, so coming around here and see our lightning pod just pop back on because it's in range where it can kind of see something, so it's searching for our target again. You know, our target's off to the left, coming around, and let's see here. Get lined up here and we'll pause her again. Alright. About overshot it there. an altitude. Anyway. Alright, let's go to pause. Alright, so we're still sensor select right. And we're on narrow, but let's go for this guy out here by himself. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the guy in the middle and see how much this bomb really, how much damage does it really do. I need to adjust my alright. So he selected. See if we can put some splash damage on those other two guys. 2,000 pound bomb, it should do it. Alright, so we'll unpause. Come back around. Get lined up here. Nice and steady. I had to trim a little bit there. Still have to trim just a fuzz. Because we dropped that 2,000 pound bomb off our left wing. And she's wanting to dip to the right a little bit. She's moving all over the place. Alright, here we go. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't turn our laser on. See? That's what I'm talking about. I do that all the time. Glad I remembered. We missed our target. Grabs our fall line. And she's released. Alright, so autopilot, go to balance, or barometric altitude, you know what I mean. And we'll go look at our weapon. Boom. Well, we killed one of them. Killed the one we wanted. And we got 29% splash damage on the other one. I figured it would do a little bit more than that, but hopefully that's helpful for you guys. We're out of bombs. And we'll go ahead and disarm this guy and turn our FLIR off. But hopefully it helps everybody. I think the next video I'm going to talk about Mavericks. A little bit the same way, a little bit different, but pretty much the same with the targeting pod. And we'll go from there. But hopefully this helped everybody. Remember to like and subscribe. Send me some comments. Tell me what you like to see, what you don't, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. You know, be constructive. I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.